Good morning or good afternoon. Today we're going to do the definitions from the abridged version of Unit 17, dealing with Kafka's Metamorphosis. Okay. The first word, verminous, is an adjective. And, whoops, hang on. Okay, sorry. The first word, verminous, is an adjective. And its root word is vermin, okay? And vermin would be anything like lice or fleas or anything that's kind of repulsive and gross. So verminous means anything associated with vermin, and that could be rodents, lice, fleas, all of those wonderful kinds of things. Verminous. If you call someone verminous, you're not giving them a compliment. A minion, just like the movie, noun. If somebody is a minion, they are a servile, dependent follower. A kind of underling, which I guess you could say Krogstad is to Torvald at this point. Intermingled is a verb, and when you intermingle things, you mix them up. You blend them. I'll just keep it past tense. Blended, mixed, combined. Okay, to dissipate, also a verb. If the crowd dissipates, we're saying that the crowd moved apart. That the crowd dispersed. And kind of broke up and spread away. When something is conspicuous, you know that it is obvious to the eye, or it could be obvious to your brain. It's in plain view if something is conspicuous. Amelioration is a noun which comes from the idea of ameliorating. So to ameliorate something is to make the situation better. So amelioration is the act of improving something, the act of making better, or improving something. You want to enhance it. So amelioration is enhancement. To bewilder is to confuse, perplex, puzzle. And sibilant should be left off the S. When something is sibilant, adjective, you're saying that it has the S sound. So sometimes when they're doing a mic check, they will practice the word sibilant, sibilant, sibilants, because with a C-E at the end. It means having or containing the sound of S or SH. And something is sibilant. A lot of times they'll use that for a mic check. Okay, next slide. This is a verb, and this comes from the verb scurry. If you're scurrying around, it means that you are moving quickly. Actually, to scamper, which is a word coming down later, so we could probably say scampered is also to scurry. And I know I'm giving you the definition in the present tense, even though this is the past tense. Right, to scurry or to scamper means that you're running about, you kind of don't have your head on straight, you're moving quickly without really thinking. If someone is indispensable, that means they are essential. You cannot do without that person. Absolutely necessary. Unequivocally. Okay, this is the adverb form. And if we're saying that something is unequivocal, we mean that it leaves no doubt. It's the absolute truth. It is clear, unquestionable, unequivocal. Probably unquestionable is best synonym for unequivocal. If someone scuttles your plans, that's a verb. And when something is scuttled, that means it's wrecked, right? To destroy or to wreck something. Nora says that to Krogstad, that it would absolutely scuttle her situation with Torvald if he were to tell him the truth about the loan. A splotch is a noun, and that's a spot or a blotch on something, like a mark. If there's a splotch on your shirt, it is a mark, a spot. And then I'm just going to jump down to the noun form, which would be invalid. So we put the accent on the first syllable for an invalid. And that is a noun, obviously, and that's one who is disabled or sick. Right? You could say that, in a way, Uncle Ivan Markovich is a bit of an invalid at the end because Sasha shakes him down for more money and he's just completely bewildered by that, right? An admonition is a noun, and these are warnings. An admonition is a warning. An admonition is counsel against committing a fault, So listen to his admonitions. Travail, to talk about travails would be to talk about toil, work, hard work, labor. Think about Ariel to Prospero. Is there more travail? Is there more toil? She thinks that after everything she's done with regard to the boat, she should be free now. When something is fleeting, an adjective, something is fleeting, it means it passes by swiftly. Like life, right? According to Prospero. Passing swiftly, something that's transitory. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, right? And our little life is rounded out with a sleep. It's ephemeral. Reproaches, okay? If you utter a reproach, it's an expression of disapproval. Like Torvald reproaching Nora for making a side trip into a bakery, perhaps, or for lying to him about Krogstad being present in the room. When someone is tottering, okay, so totter could be a verb or an adjective. When someone is tottering, it means they can't stand straight. They are unstable and shaky, like Trinculo and Stefano after they've had the full cask of wine on the island in the Tempest, right? If you're feeling dismayed, this can also be a verb or an adjective. If I'm feeling dismayed, I'm feeling upset. I'm feeling perturbed. I'm sort of losing courage. Napoleon was dismayed after looking at his butchered legions in the snow. A squabble is a noun or a verb. A noisy altercation as a noun. And it's usually over something foolish. Over petty matters, which is what Sasha thinks when he's in the hallway and the uncles are arguing. He thinks it's just a squabbling over something silly. He's not taking it seriously. And when something is voluptuous, it is adjective, sensual pleasure, marked by fullness or beauty. Fullness or beauty of form. You talk about voluptuous figures in the paintings of certain artists. She's Rubenesque. She's very curvy and sensual by her fullness. Okay, there's the abridged version of Unit 17. Thank you.